How are you guys? I have had such a lovely day seeing all of the artwork coming in from you. I can't even tell you. My mom has had so many phone calls from me. I am beaming seeing your artwork. So I hope you have had a fun time making those fishes and any other creations you've done. Make sure to keep sending me pictures. Like, this is what Miss Kate loves seeing. I'm here today to tell you what we're going to be doing next week, what you'll need, and any other little pieces of information that I might have forgotten yesterday. So next week's theme is sweet treats. We are going to be learning about an artist named Wayne Theibaud, who did a lot of sweets, and his work is stunning, and he's still alive today. He's gonna be 100 this year. So cool. Maybe doing art helps you live a little longer. I don't know. So we're gonna be learning about him, and each day we're gonna do a project that's a little bit different, using a couple different materials here and there, just to kind of get us used to hanging out together. And as we progress through the weeks, I will make sure we'll incorporate a little more challenging projects and maybe a little different materials. But we're gonna kind of baby step it for a few days just to see how everyone's feeling and that kind of stuff. So sweet treats is next week. You will need pretty much just the basics. I have linked down below a Google Doc, which is a document that hopefully, if the link works, your parents will be able to access, or you if you're a parent watching. If you're a cat, dog, fish, please ask your owner. And on it will be a great article to read about Wayne Theibaud. There's also a video, I believe, about him that I put. And there's also a list of the materials you need for each day. They're pretty much the same, and you are always welcome to swap materials. The only thing I always require that we do together is the pencil and the paper. After that, like if you're like Miss Kate, I cannot stand the feeling of oil pastels on my hand. I'd much rather use crayon. By all means, use crayon. Or if you want to do exactly what I do, that's great too. I just want you to know that the pencil and the paper is pretty much the only thing that is, to me, where we need to like totally connect. After that, it's up to you. You run the show because it's your art. It's not my art. I already did it. So that'll be listed in that document, as well as some awesome handouts I made for you guys. My students in the classroom usually use these, but you get a copy of your own to keep, which is super cool. We'll refer back to them from time to time, but they're about lines. One is about patterns, and one is about colors. And lastly, I did put on a video, especially for the younger kids, called The 3 Primary Colors. Awesome video. If you've been in my class, you know I dance to this. Not well, but I do. So I hope you will too. Yeah, so that's that. Right. I did have an idea, or sorry, Spencer had an idea last night. We want to do one more project before next week because why not? The project is going to be called Heart and Hands. This is kind of just off the top of my head, so I am praying that it works. But we're going to do something called a collaboration. That is an artwork where we all do one individual piece, and then we put them all together to make a gigantic piece that represents our togetherness, and that art bonds us. So I'm going to meet you in a couple minutes over at my paper and show you exactly what we're going to do together today. But yeah, so before I forget to tell you what you need, that would be helpful, right? A pencil, white copy paper like you used yesterday, and then later after we're done, you can get your coloring material of choice. So I will see you in a few snaps of a finger click. Okay, so hey, how's everyone? You got your paper and your pencil. Here's the title of our project now. It's called Hearts and Hands. And right now, because of what's going on, we're supposed to stay safe and healthy. So they're saying don't touch someone else's hand. Maybe don't shake hands for a little bit. And it's kind of keeping us separated. So I thought what we could do is all do a project that will bring our hands together through art. So one of these kinds of projects is called a collaboration. Can you say that? Collaboration. And it's where each of us does one small artwork and then we put it together to make one gigantic artwork. So let me show you kind of an example. Let's say I, Miss Kate here, does this little artwork. And then I have two friends out there. They're named Chase and Ian. Hey guys. They're gonna give me an artwork each, and I'm gonna put it next to mine. And then I have another friend. I saw her lovely fish yesterday. Miss Kylie, your artwork is gonna go right here. And we're gonna keep doing this. And eventually, this one little artwork joins together to make this huge, beautiful artwork. And we're gonna show the world that even though we can't physically be together right now, our artwork can join us. So let me move my little whiteboard out of the way. I've got my paper there. And we're gonna do a drawing. Again, I'm using my marker so you can see. I recommend a pencil because we're going to be tracing our hand, and most likely with a marker you usually get it on the sides. But it's okay, if you want to do marker, I'm totally fine with that too. So you're going to take your pencil in your one hand that you usually write with, and the other hand you lay on your paper. And I want your hand to kind of be towards the middle top, not way down here at the bottom, because then you got all this extra white paper. So kind of put it towards the middle top, even so that your part of your arm is on there. Okay, does everyone have that? Spread your fingers nice and wide so you can get your pencil in between them. And we're gonna start together at the bottom. And when you do a tracing of your hand, you push your pencil up against the side of your hand. And you put a little pressure so that way it traces kind of close. And you're gonna go up around your finger and then back down, and then up around your next finger and back down. You're gonna go all the way around. And if you make a little mistake, it's okay, because in art, you're the only one that knows it was a mistake unless you tell somebody. And then you're gonna go back down to the bottom. And then you can take your hand off and ta-da, you have your hand. But that's quite boring and has nothing to do with hearts and hands. So this is what I want you to do for the rest of the time that we're together, and then a little bit of time afterward, because it might take you longer than what we have here. Inside your hand, I want you to draw a picture. Something that makes you feel good inside. I know I like hearts. So I'm gonna draw a heart right in the middle. And then maybe I'll put like a heart on each knuckle, like where my knuckle would be. And I am actually gonna connect these little hearts to my big heart. Like they're like balloons coming off. And remember, you don't have to do a heart. Maybe rainbows make you so happy and you want to put a real cool rainbow picture inside. Maybe you love horses and you want to draw a horse in the middle. Maybe you like flying kites and you're going to put a kite floating through your hand. But inside the hand, you're going to draw a picture. And then you're going to spend some time, and I'm not going to do it right now, but coloring it in. Your entire hand colored in. You can see I have filled in my entire hand. I did not leave any areas white except at this little bottom because it was where my hand was holding. But it's all filled in because I really want our hands to be the things that pop out in this collaboration artwork that we're doing. Now we're going to fill in the background. And the background is going to be words. And I want these words to be words of hope and happiness and things that bring you joy, but most importantly, things you're grateful for. So I'm going to start by putting the title of the project, hearts and hands. And then after that word, I'm going to put a little dot to separate to the next word. And I'm going to put happiness. And then a dot. And then I'm going to put joy. And then I'm going to move to the next line. And now I'm going to put Spencer. You guys know him, my cat. He brings me such happiness. And then a dot. And then, I don't know if I can fit a small word there. So I'm going to actually put just a little heart. I'm going to hop over my finger and fill in here. And that's another really small space. So it's going to just get a little heart. Hop over that finger and keep going. What else brings me joy and happiness? What am I grateful for? Art. Teaching. Oops. I'll fix that. And I'm going to go back down to the next line now and add in sunshine. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way to the very bottom of the page. And that's my final product. You can see I put hearts and hands a few times in here because I got stumped. Sometimes our brains sort of stop working for a minute, so I figured if I repeat that word, I might be inspired again. So this is what I'd like you to spend the rest of the time working on. If you are younger and writing is a challenge still, or you don't know how to spell, ask mom or dad or a brother or sister that's nearby, or try your best, but fill it with all the things you are grateful for. And again, in the middle is going to be what makes you happy. And what I would like to do is put these all together to make one beautiful collaborative art piece. Okay, so I hate signing off without saying goodbye. It just kind of feels so weird. So before we go, you're gonna finish your project today. And this is what I need you guys to do. Have yourself, mom, dad, brother, somebody that's there, send me your pictures. You can send it to me in an email. My email is peaceloveart3@gmail.com. You can send it to me on Facebook, because if you found this on Facebook, you probably know where that page is. You can send it to me in a DM, that works too. Somehow get these beautiful little individual artworks to me. And what I'll do over the weekend is put them all together in one big artwork and share it with you all through social media. If you are on Instagram, that's where I'm probably gonna start putting all of the artwork that comes my way to share with the world. But I really want this project to show the world how much art can unite us, especially in times when we can't be together. So that's my homework for you guys, which sounds like a lot of fun work if you ask me. I am going to sign off. If you have any questions, any concerns, comments, you're confused about something, write it down below, send me a message. I will respond as soon as possible because I don't want anyone's needs to go unheard. Yeah, and that's about it. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I will be thinking about all of you, and I'll catch you on the flip side.